Today on Berrylandia, we share with you an idea of future cities.
The future. By the mid-20th century, at the dawn of the space program, the future was a mere blip on a distant horizon. Fueled by scientific innovation of the time, America became obsessed with what the future could hold and what it would mean to everyday American life. For the next several decades, various models of the future could be found anywhere from fantastical television and big screen representations to more practical applications found deep within scientific communities. But for some today, the future is no longer distant. And with that sentiment, a whole new idea of what future life will be like unfolds if people embrace possibilities. One such group that is actively investigating future life are the innovators of the Venus Project. As the world population continues to grow, questions about how we are currently living arise. Will we be able to sustain our current lifestyle in the future? According to the Venus Project, the answer is no. Cities of the present, though beloved by many, are no longer able to meet the demands of the population. And in some cases, the planet is no longer able to meet the needs of the city. With issues such as poor civic planning, infrastructure failures, and human and traffic congestion, how would we even begin to fix the many issues that plague our modern-day metropolises to lead us into a sustainable future? Well, many believe that it would be far easier to create and live in new and improved city systems than to try and repair the way in which we currently survive. One of the most significant ways in which cities will become more efficient is if they are deliberately planned with intention. The Venus Project outlines that by utilizing a circular arrangement, with the center housing the core systems of the city, such as government, educational facilities, health, and childcare facilities. It would allow for the least amount of energy output, utilizing the highest efficiency of transportation and housing while providing harmony with nature. Built out from the center is where the city's housing would be located, and it should be noted that the houses of the future are quite a leap from the homes of today. In addition to creating a dwelling that is both cost and resource efficient, homes of the future would be constructed with the use of humane technologies that would be impervious to harsh elements or natural disasters. Gone are the days of angular homes. Houses of the future would be designed in a pod-like shape, optimizing energy and integrating a modern style. These new homes will be constructed in such a way and with materials that will act as a barrier to sound, insects, and dust, all the while maintaining a desired internal temperature. And with features such as automated window cleaning, these dwellings will provide ease in day-to-day maintenance while creating an optimal living environment for their inhabitants. But in order to build these sprawling city systems, technology must take center stage, as society will rely on robots to complete all tasks within the infrastructure. A poignant turn to robotics will minimize industrial accidents, collisions, or damage to living beings. Transportation is another area that will be drastically changed as humans soar into the future. As the days of fossil fuels fade into the past, societies of the future will rely on public transportation methods such as trains, aircraft, and seacraft. Streamlined cars will remain, but will be utilized mostly to provide safe and efficient long-distance transportation. City dwellers will have no need for cars in the city systems of the future. With such advances in city planning, housing, transportation, technology, and energy utilization, monetary methods of protecting resources become irrelevant. As the Venus Project outlines, a resource-based economy would utilize existing resources from the land and sea, physical equipment, and industrial plants to enhance the lives of the total population. In an economy based on resources rather than money, we could easily produce all of the necessities of life and provide a high standard of living for all. By moving away from a monetary-based system to a resource-based economy, the world's citizens would be able to focus on making a life, rather than making a living. With financial needs met, theft would be eliminated as citizens would focus on ways in which they could evolve their existence, focusing on attaining new incentives, such as furthering personal education and making positive contributions to the culture. It is thought that with their basic needs met, resources would be shared among citizens through the establishment and use of distribution centers. Supplies could either be picked up or delivered to one's home, similar to how various libraries work today. In addition, advanced technologies would create a level of entertainment for the citizens of the future by going well beyond 3D and into a new world of teletactile and olfactory images that stimulate living creatures and settings, creating virtual experiences that appear as real life. As humans embark into the 21st century, we realize that life as we have known it cannot continue as it was. But what will it evolve into? As asserted by the Venus Project, with a cybernated resource-based culture, human work will consist of creative endeavor and problem-solving where the measure of success would be the fulfillment of individual preferences and pursuits rather than the acquisition of wealth, prosperity, and power. By moving away from human control and placing the responsibility into autonomic systems, a system which receives data from environmental sensors, computers will be able to detect and coordinate a balance between production and distribution based on the environmental feedback. Cutting-edge innovators in the fields of science, mathematics, architecture, engineering, and technology will lead us as the creators of what will be. Whatever the case may be, the future is no longer an idea, a distant blip on a horizon of many ideas. The future is here. The future is now.
That's the starting point of an idea for future cities. Where do we go from here? A project like this is so vast in scope that no one company can make it a reality. But if we can bring together the technical, scientific, and creative communities, I'm sure we could create a showcase for what could be the future of city living for generations to come. As for me, I'd like to start right now. So tell me in the comments below what kind of changes you would make to future cities. And if this is your first time here, I'd like to have you subscribe. We'll have a new show at the beginning of every month where you will learn something fun and entertaining. That'll be one more reason to be happy. See you next time on Berrylandia.